Geometry. Geometry is a group of two words. One is geo, another is metry. So geo, like geography and geology, geo means art, and metry, like trigonometry or geometry, metry means measurement. Anything related to the art measurement is called a geometry. It may be any shape, any construction of building, any kind of measurement is called a geometry. So we have some basic elements, or we can say some building blocks for geometry, and those building blocks are known as like point, curve, line, ray, etc. Let us discuss about the point. So what is point? Point is very simple. You know about any kind of dot is called a point. So it may be a very teeny, or it may be almost invisible, like a very simple dot simple dots are called points. So here you see there are 3 points. The first one is denoted by A, then B, and the third one is C. So capital letters are used to denote the points. The point has no any size, no any length, breadth and height. They are just known as the location marker or position marker. They will specify a particular position, like C, you will specify that position, particular position. Okay. So next one is called the line. So what is line? If we have two dots, suppose line segment, let us draw a first time the line. Suppose here is 2 points are there, A and B, and we have joined them in a very straight line. That is the shortest route between A and B. A and B are two endpoints. A and B are two endpoints. So here you see that portion, straight portion is called a line segment. Why it is called segment? Because we have two endpoints. That is one segment. Beyond B and beyond A, there is no any possibility of lines. So here, by notation, we can write that way also, like AB equal to BA. So they are, both of them are equal in the sense that you can move any direction, you will get the same thing. So one example of line segment is that if we are holding a thread, okay, with our two hands, then it seems to be like that. If we tightly holding the thread at that point, then only that portion become a straight line. There is no any plug, there is no any curve in that portion. So in between A, B, that portion is called a line segment. You see, beyond B, the thread is still there, but there is a plug or curve, something curved like that. So that portion is not called the line. It is a curve. So only the straight portion is called the line segment. So here another we have an basic element called a line. Line segment and line is a little bit different. So how it is different? Let us draw a diagram like that way, and we have given two arrow marks at the two opposite directions, and we have to specify two points here. Just imagine that is the A point, and here it is suppose B point, and it means the arrow means actually it will move far away from the B endlessly, and again in that direction also, from far away from A also it will move endlessly. to indefinite position. So here if we give the notation of that line is like that way, A B, again same to BA, but the bar above the AB and BA will be a little bit different. Here we use the arrow marks there. Another thing is that in case of, you see, in case of line we can use the simple small letter also. So L will specify the line AB. Here you can write down L, that is equal to the BA or AB. So that is the line. Again, if we have two lines, suppose, let us take two lines, straight lines, not curved lines. There is straight line L1 and here it is the L2, and they are intersecting at a point. Suppose it is called a P. So P is the intersecting point. So in our practical life, in your alphabet, we know that X means the two lines intersecting at a single point, and that is called P. So those kind of lines are called the intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Again, we have that those are the intersecting lines. Again, we have another kind of lines there, like your ruler, or we can say them as scale also. That is, suppose one ruler you use in your mathematical class, that scale. If we think about the points, endpoints, there are four endpoints here. A, here it is B, here it is suppose C, and here it is D. So two line segment AB and CD are there. Those are the two edges, opposite edges. Okay, AB and CD. So if we make them line instead of line segment, so what can we do? We can imagine that we can extend that point B to far away from B to indefinite position. So question yourself, are they meet at any point BD? No, they will never meet at any point, because they will maintain the same distance throughout the line. So at any point there is no any possibility to meet them. So finally we can say that kind of lines are called the parallel lines. So in case of parallel lines, the notation will be like that. Suppose A, B, and here it is CD. So we will use the notation like that way. That is the parallel lines. And here it is at the top of the AB and CD like that way. Again, if we specify those lines as small letters like L1, and that edge is called L2, then it seems to be L1 parallel to L2. That is also one kind of notation in case of parallel lines. So those lines are called the parallel lines. Again, there is another basic elements which is most important, that is called the ray. Ray is also one kind of line. But you see, in our practical life, suppose we have a torch or any kind of light. So from a light, some rays will always radiated from that source. So there is a source point. In case of ray, there is a source point, and from that source point, the radiation will radiate to an endless position or far away from that point indefinitely. So that kind of light is called a ray. So a ray should have a original point or the source point, and on the line, suppose we have a point P, then it is called the OP is called the ray. So that is the ray. It is a one directional line. Since it is a one directional line, so we can't write like that way. PO is not equal to OP is not equal to PO. So that is the wrong notation in case of ray, since the direction is OP. So that is the ray. Those are the basic building blocks for the geometry. You have to know about point, line segment, line. Again, two types of lines are there: intersecting lines and parallel lines, and ray also there. So parallel lines, again you see rail lines also the example of parallel lines. In case of rail lines, you have a very good idea how two lines become a parallel line when they will never meet at any position.